Good afternoon, welcome to Teleislas News with the most relevant and important information of the day. Yesterday, our archipelago was one of the big winners at the Caribbean Media Awards, thanks to two productions of our regional channel Teleislas.
Hello, Lisa and all the TV viewers who connect right now with us in Teleislas News. We have great news for all the island and the audiovisual industry because yesterday, two people from our islands win in the Caribbean Media Awards. This premiation that go between the CBU, the Caribbean Broadcasting Union Assembly. The winners was Mateo Luque as Best Sound Engineering and also Sergio Ben for Best Director, who we talked to him to tell us about how he feel about this achievement.
First of all, it's a great surprise, and I want to thank God. First of all, thank God for the inspiration and thank God for this opportunity. And I think this is a prize not only for me but for the whole island, and I'm very happy. Well, this documentary, first of all, the inspiration comes from God, and I always notice, like through the years, we always wait to people from outside to come and tell our history. And I believe that we are the one who bear the light. We are bearers of the light. So we have to transmit this knowledge and we have to tell our own stories because we are the witnesses, we live it. So we did some research about why we being African descendant, we not express the drum in our culture. We not have the drum, you know. So we make an investigation and then we start to make a documentary surrounding this, and this lead us to understand that everything that happened and give us like this identity, cultural identity was surrounding around the last of the drum. So it was nice to tell the history to our people and to see that it have reached so far in the Caribbean, and to get this prize now really make me happy, not only for me but for us as people, as Rice Island.
Mateo Luque, winner as Best Sound Engineer, also give us his appreciation for this important award.
Bueno, agradecido con
Grateful for this recognition given by the CBU to me and the channel and the production that was part of this project, and thanks for the trust always to the team and the channel.
The importance of this condecoration is because right now all the individual part of our island is showing internationally, specifically right now in the Caribbean. This is all the information and report from me. I continue Lisa in studio with more information.
In the early hours of this morning, the fire department responded to an emergency in the sector of the Obrero neighborhood, where a vehicle that was in the terrace of a house caught fire.
Around 5 a.m., the fire department had to attend to an emergency in the Obrero neighborhood, where a motorcycle was consumed by flames. Fortunately, this was controlled in time, avoiding a major emergency.
This before the morning, we received the people from Barrio Obrero by the fire station. They was telling us that they have a motorcycle in Barrio Obrero burning. Michael Steele received the call. He rushed there with the guys and he put out the fire real fast.
On the other hand, the commander states that the emergency was attended to in a timely manner.
We have some inconvenience with the people from Barrio Obrero that said that they called direct and Bombero didn't receive the call. I want to tell everybody that San Andres function with the 123, that's a one number for all emergency. That 123, whenever you call, the call go on the hill to the police, and then the police send back the call to us, or then send the motorbikes them that around. Barrio Obrero is pretty close, it's less than a block, and immediately the motor started to smoke. They rushed here and we went there. If we didn't get in time, the house would have burned and we won't save part of the motorbike.
To avoid this type of emergency, it is important to maintain the vehicle's electrical system regularly.
And a young man was apprehended after the alleged robbery of a worker of a well-known operator authorized to provide paid postal services. The captured young man was wounded with a firearm in a lower limb.
On image circulating in social networks, there is evidence of the capture of a young man in the sector of San Luis. The versions pointed out that the capture had snatched the bag with a large sum of money from a superhero's worker. After the latter collected from the different points the money added throughout the day yesterday. Apparently, there were 2 subjects who carried out the robbery, but thanks to the quick reaction of the employee of the entity, the National Police managed to capture one of them, who was also injured by the worker in a lower limb. According to unofficial information from the police department, in addition to the capture, a firearm and its ammunition were seized.
Attention for all those interested in the academic offers of the SENA. The regional headquarters on the island of San Andres opened a new training offer direct exclusively to its graduates.
The regional SENA San Andres opens a new training offer directed only to its graduates under the technical modalities so that they can complement their studies as technologists in the areas of development.
We have a special call for our SENA graduates in the administrative and financial area and in the area of hotel services. All those graduates who have completed the technical administrative production and technical administrative assistance today have the opportunity to do training to become technologists in administrative management. It is an offer for our graduates. After they finish the technological and administrative management, they will be able to access more than 35 agreements we have with different universities. So we are waiting for you. Please contact us.
The training offer is available from this moment. The entity invites all interested islanders to come to its facilities to learn more details about that offer of vocational training as technologists.
In other news, through models of typical houses, wavings, playful environments, dances, and songs, 15 seniors are finalists in the local qualifiers of a new beginning. They show the diversity of the island's culture.
Full of energy, commitment, and eagerness to represent the department were the seniors who excelled during the qualifying activity that took place yesterday in the afternoon, a space led by the Secretariat of Social Development through the Senior Citizen Program.
We've had the opportunity to unite 4 different clubs, the club from North End, San Luis, and from the Hill, to interact with them and show all their artistic talents in terms of dancing, singing, and poetry. We want to tell the community that we have been following up on our public policies in terms of old people or senior adults. And with this, we want them to feel useful and to contribute to society.
This activity is developed in order to choose the representative of the island in the national competition that will take place soon. For the national competition, 8 participants will be chosen from the island of San Andres and 2 from the municipality of Fort Providence. The qualifying event features various talents including senior artisans, singers, actors, dancers, and many others. The island talent was demonstrated throughout the activity.
This company could not leave. I take it up and I wash it, I dry it, then I take the cornflakes box and make the molde. And when I don't make the molde, the CM piece and here so, I make the measurement we could have put to the side because we falter the side, and then I stick it on with silicone. What do you call it, the stick one. And afterward, I plait this, make the three rope and make the belt. And when I done, I go in the join on the belt on it. And then I take the servilleta de colores, go up on the table, and cut out the fosforescente because I get the lujo to show more brighter.
Well, I am singing ranchera. Actually, the focus was on making good participation in this activity. I enjoy everyone who is here, all the seniors, and it's a joy to be with the seniors. Well, this is the first time I am participating in this activity, and I am very happy and content with my card.
The qualifying round will define 10 representatives for the archipelago in charge of exalting and living our culture on high this September, the national meeting to be held in the department of Meta Villavicencio. The chosen one will be announced in the next few days.
Yesterday, the governor of Antioquia, Aníbal Gaviria, signed an agreement with Governor Everett Hawkins with the purpose of strengthening the archipelago in various important issues for the 2 cities.
Que aquí estamos precisamente en la construcción de We are here in the construction of a road to start working on what is the administrative planning region, and is that both technical teams with the community and others. We have set several important points of work: education, science and technology, trade, and there are also cultural issues. But here we are starting to work on those issues very thoroughly. We start technically with the creation of this run, and this implies the participation of the assembly.
Este es un día de gran alegría.
This is a day of great joy in which we continue with more strength walking a path of time ago. The people of Antioquia have a close business with San Andres, and here what we are doing with the government team is intensifying through the Blue Run that road that comes from behind and that road that focus our attention to a future full of potential, to work together, strengthening that blue bridge that takes us to the fields of education, culture, and economy from the different fronts. We also have an absolute conviction that this union of Antioquia and the archipelago will be institutionally positive. It is the agreement of wills to advance in the following steps. We are beginning to dream about the projects and programs that we can build together here. This document will be followed by the respective ordinances of each of the departmental assemblies.
And now let's get to know other facts that today are making news in our brief news section.
The National Police of the Archipelago Department, through its Police in My Neighborhood group, conducted promotional activities for the community to report acts of domestic abuse, as well as dissemination of the hotline for women victims of violence 155, 123, and 141, with the aim of encouraging citizen reporting and the care route in cases such as these through a door-to-door visits and tasks by a police officer seeking the reduction of this crime. In the framework of the Month of Youth, Young Foundation held a meeting on the LIFE project in the department where young people from the youth program of the Secretariat of Social Development and different institutions of the island participated, with the purpose of providing them with the necessary tools to make decisions and create their own LIFE project goals. The Environmental Corporation Coralina, together with Mas Bosques, continue implementing actions that contribute to the reforestation of the islands of Providence and Santa Catalina, affected by Hurricane Iota. The entities have prepared a massive work, a week of planting on the islands, which is why they began an inventory of the different species that are in the nurseries at the headquarters of Providence.
With this information, we reach to the end of our broadcast. We see you tonight at 8 p.m. with more Teleislas news. Good afternoon.